Today I'm going to show you how to create this fun Western style tumbler using my quad template and a past designer box. Each designer box comes with 3 custom mixed glitters and 2 vinyls that coordinate. I always announce when these are released in my Diamonds and Dust Facebook group, which is free, so make sure you go join. Let's get started on the tutorial. Today we are going to be using my quad template from my shop, and I'm going to be using a 24-ounce plump from the Tipsy Magnolia. I'm first going to show you how to utilize 2 sheets of pattern vinyl to make 2 similar but different tumblers. I cut out the quad template on both sheets of pattern vinyl, and I am just going to remove the sections that I am going to apply the other pattern on both sets. So remove the same pieces of each template. Now you can just take those sections and you can put them to the side upside down, or you can also place them on parchment paper. They won't stick to parchment paper. So when you are ready to apply them to the template of the opposite pattern, you're just going to take some parchment paper and lay that section out completely straight. Once you get it on the parchment paper really straight, you can then line it up exactly to where it belongs on the opposite pattern. Once you get that all lined up, just fold back a few inches of that parchment paper, tack down the top section, and then you can remove the rest of the parchment paper and push it down firmly. Now you are going to take the Western pattern and apply that V shape onto the cow print by doing the same thing. Just take and tack down that first couple of inches, and once you get it all lined up, you can remove the rest of the parchment paper and tack down that section. Now you should have 2 tumbler wraps that look opposite of each other. You are going to pick one to use today and then save the other one for another day. This just helps cut down on wasting any of that pattern vinyl. I am going to take some transfer tape and just apply it to the top of my template, and then take my tumbler and my Cami Page Boutique Ultimate Tumbler tool. I use this every single time I do a tumbler wrap. It is a lifesaver. I am just going to take and make a mark using the vertical line maker on my tumbler, and then I am going to take my tumbler wrap and just fold back a couple inches of that backing. Sometimes I just fold it down and sometimes I cut it off. And today I felt like cutting it off. So I just cut off a couple inches of that backing, and then I am going to line it up with the line I made. Now that you have that couple inches tacked down, we're just going to remove a couple more inches of that backing and press right there in that corner where the tumbler and the vinyl meets really firmly with your hand, ensuring there is no wrinkles and no bubbles. Just go really slow until you get to almost the beginning of your tumbler template, and then you are going to actually remove a couple inches of that transfer tape. Once you get that transfer tape removed, you then can continue applying your template. Now go ahead and remove the rest of your transfer tape, and then we are going to start working on the bottom rim. Some of my tumbler wraps I design shorter than the bottom rim, and sometimes I design them longer than the bottom rim. It really just depends on my mood or the vision I have for this specific tumbler wrap. This one I really wanted to leave long so we could tuck it around that bottom edge. And how I do so is I just take some scissors and cut some little slits all around the base. And then I just take and pull the vinyl and then push it down with my finger, and I'm going to make that as smooth as possible. If not, it is a huge pain in the butt to try to get a smooth rim. Once you get all those little pieces tucked around the bottom edge and smooth as can be, I'm just taking these pointy tweezers, these like weeding tweezers, and I'm going to kind of shove any excess vinyl down in the gap in the bottom. Now remove the sections of your template that you want to glitter first. I am going to remove the smaller, skinnier V shape right by the cow print. And then I am going to take some chalk paint that is close to the color of my glitter and mix in a little bit of glitter glue. And I am going to paint that section and then apply the glitter glue and paint mixture. And while the paint mixture is still wet, we are going to sprinkle on the color Rhinestone Cowboy, and as you can see, it is just the most gorgeous dark turquoise you've just ever seen. Now remove the next section of your template that you're going to glitter. I chose the next V shape right above our turquoise glitter, which was Rhinestone Cowboy. This time I am going to base coat this first before I apply my paint mixture and glitter glue, just because I am going to do an ombre and I want the stainless steel to be 100% covered. Once that paint is dry, go over with another coat of a mixture of glitter glue and paint. And we're going to work fairly quickly here, so make sure that that paint and glue mixture stays wet because we are going to ombre 2 glitters, and I know the chalk paint and glitter glue can dry fairly quickly. Now you are going to quickly grab your first glitter of choice. I am using the glitter color Fancy. It is an absolutely stunning chunky gold. You need this in your glitter collection for sure, but we're just going to apply that heavy at the top of our tumbler and slightly ombre that down. I do that by just holding my tumbler a little bit further away from my hand and just slightly tapping the container that my glitter is in and letting a few cascade down, and then it will just create a really soft blend. Now we are going to take the glitter color Bless Your Heart and ombre that up into the glitter color Fancy. Bless Your Heart is such a fun mix. It is browns and teals and gold and just kind of screams cowboy or cowgirl. I know my hand was in the way and I got a little bit out of frame. I apologize, but hopefully you can get that by my description. And here you will see more of the beauty of Bless Your Heart because this time my hand isn't in the way and I stayed in frame. I applied that glitter glue and paint mixture, and then I just sprinkled on the glitter while that mixture was still wet.